A sticky summer's day in Shepherdstown. An eagle in a thermal is a circling around like a tire on a bike rolling down Columbus Street. But Katie got a little look of hope in her eyes, and her arms unfolded and she looked to the skies and said, I'm gonna learn to fly around with you, yeah. She jumped up high and she fell on the ground and skinned her little knee and made a horrible sound. She got right up and she tried it again and smiling all the way with her unstoppable grin.
Well, good evening, everybody. Welcome to episode 86 of Knit on the Fly. I'm Katie, your host, also known as JetGirl1313. And yeah, that's what I'm known as. Or Crash, or Thud, or whatever you want to call me after the last weekend or so. So anyway, welcome to the show. It is Monday, November 19th. We are T-minus 3 days to Thanksgiving. Let's see. I didn't bring my water. Fabulous. Well, hello. Okay, so last time I talked to you guys, I was in Wilmington, Ohio. I am now back in my girl cave. Girl cave bags? No. I am in my crafty room, which is a total disaster. About the only thing organized in this room right now is that bookshelf and the stuff behind me. And the sewing shelf is pretty good, but the floor, I need to get stuff taken out here. Anyway, last you saw me, I was in Wilmington, Ohio. I was getting ready to go to training for being a steward. I'm going to shut off my phone now before I bing bongs. Let's see. Monday, I drove down with Lisa on Sunday. Monday, I picked up the guys. One got in about 10. Him and his girlfriends came in because they were coming straight from vacation, so she just kind of tagged along. The other guy got in about 1:30, so we hung out at my hotel for a couple hours. They kind of hung out just past checkout time. They didn't yell at us, so it was okay. We picked up the other guy. We headed for Wilmington. Got checked into our hotel. They had a Chinese buffet for dinner on Monday night, and that was really nice. We got to meet a lot of the people that we are going to be working with. We had people from Atlas. We had people from Silver, which used to be Gulfstream Aviation, and we had people from Allegiant. Those are the three big ones. And then Cape Air. There was a whole bunch of us from Cape Air because none of us had ever been through the training. I had to look stuff up. I knew I should have made notes because I've got some stuff I have to mention today. But anyway, we met those people. We had dinner. We went to training on... on Tuesday. I feel like training should have started Mondays. My brain doesn't... I'm looking at the sock that I knit while I was in training. And it fits. It's fabulous. I love it. So we went to training. The first day was it was good information, but it was really boring lawyer stuff. I actually have quite a lot of responsibility as a steward for the union. If you get in trouble and you get called on the carpet for something, I have to go with you and represent you. You cannot make any decisions. Everything is run through the union now. It is not so much about the person we are defending, but it's about the defending of our contract. So even if the person did something stupid and is in trouble, we need to defend that person to the best of our ability to protect our best interest as the pilot group. So it's really an interesting way to look at it. What are you going to do? So anyway, it was good. I had no idea how much responsibility I was taking on becoming a steward. Maybe I should have done some more research, but I think I'll do a good job. I'm going to do my best. This is what I did in training. It's a hoe. It's a hoe, yo. Oh, yeah. I did spend the week enjoying the Knitting in the Mitten recaps from everybody. Fabulous. It was really fun. Hillary, you killed me with yours because your delivery was fabulous. And thanks for not naming names, even though everyone already knew it was me. But I do appreciate that. We did, Wednesday night we went out to this super fancy, I guess it wasn't super fancy, it was fancy enough, let's put it that way. Fancy enough place to eat. I had this one Mile High steak and shrimp. It was steak, it was mashed potatoes with a cut up steak on top. They cooked it medium, sliced it up, put that on top, and then put this Alfredo shrimp thing over the top. It was so delicious, with asparagus, by the way. It was really fabulous. I really, really enjoyed it. And then we had training all day Wednesday, which I darn near completed the sock. I got from the toe, I'd cast on, the first, I wasn't even finished with the toe when I got there. I got halfway through the gusset the first day, and then I got all but the very last 1x1 ribbing when I got home. So it was very productive. It's fabulous. And then Wednesday, we went out to dinner at a MacD's pub. And that was just a little hole in the wall, you know, restaurant on one side, bar on the other. And the food, at that point, I was so maxed out. My body was hating the fact that I'd been on the road for 10 days. It was hating the fact that I was not eating any decent food. So I had salad and soup because I was a wreck. The soup, it was a potato soup, was really fantastic. I just couldn't stomach anything else. Everyone else's food looked great. Hold on, I'm trying to find... Oh, man. Where is it? There it is. So yeah, so Thursday we got up wicked early to go back to the East Coast. We were in Wilmington, Ohio. We had to go to Cincinnati, which is a little over an hour away. One of the guy and his girlfriend were getting on an 8 o'clock flight to Chicago. They were going somewhere else. And then the other guy didn't want to get up that early, but he didn't want to leave at 4 in the afternoon either. So we all were up probably around 4-ish. I got to the car at 4:30, got it warmed up, pulled up and loaded with my stuff. Bill came down at 4:40 like I asked. The other crew didn't get down until 4:55, which had us pushing our flight at 7. So we hauled butt for Cincinnati. Typical running through the airport for me. I thought there was a gas station right by the hotel I'd stayed at that Lisa dropped me off at. I was incorrect. It was an Enterprise with a gas station for them attached. So we had to go about 3 miles past that to get to a gas station, filled it up, went straight back to the airport, dropped it off. They dropped us off at the airport. We immediately busted. The other two went off for their United flight. Bill and I were headed for a Boston Delta flight. I believe it was a Pinnacle group was operating that flight. So we went tearing through Cincinnati Airport. Now, Cincinnati Airport isn't huge, but it is, excuse me, it is not small. The way they have it set up is like you check in here, then you run underneath the tarmac, and here's another terminal, and you go run underneath another set, and there's another terminal. Guess where we were? Up here. Can you even see that? Way over here. The first stop. Like, we ran and we beat the train. So the train was not effective, but at 6 o'clock in the morning, I hate running through airports. Hate running through airports. Now, what's even better about this is that I don't have a rollerboard. I've got my backpack, and I've got my wheel, and my purse, and everything is stuffed to the gills. The bag that I have around my wheel is stuffed to the gills with stuff. My backpack can't fit anything else. I don't know how it didn't bust a seam. What I did find out later was that this was at the top of my backpack. My backpack actually came unzipped while I was running, and this was just like bouncing along on the top. Thank God it didn't fall out, because I would have went running for it. That is my sweater, by the way. Oh my God. I was so freaking stressed. So we run up, and of course the guy's getting ready to board, because that's what you do 30 minutes prior to the flight. This is why I like to get there 30 minutes or more prior, because I don't like to stress the gate agents, because the gate agent is the gatekeeper. And if you make the gatekeeper angry, you may not get on the plane. It was a gentleman, and we walk up, and I'm like, good morning, and he goes, you guys are kind of here at crunch time. I said, I know, we were ready, we were there on time, our traveling companions were not so considerate. I know you're boarding, or you're getting ready to start boarding. Do you think we'll have time after to put us on? He goes, oh yeah, after, I can't right now. And I'm like, oh, that's perfect. Great, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So Bill and I are thinking like crazy, and he boards everybody up, gets us on the plane, sit down, and we're both just sweating. Like, wearing your winter jackets, little beads of sweat just dripping down. But my wheel fits perfectly on all those little planes. It is fantastic. I took some black fabric and I just made a bag for it with some magnetic snaps. So it doesn't have any protection, but that's on me. I understand that. I did try to put it in overheads where it was against another bag so it couldn't slide too much. And she came out unscathed. She needs a good cleaning, which she needed before I took her, but she did fit really well. Of course, I did not take any pictures of her in the plane, which was silly, but I forgot. So, oops on me. Let's see. Got to Boston. Oh, the running's not done. The running's just beginning. So, we get to Boston, and I call Cape Air because there was a flight. We were supposed to be early. We had to de-ice in Cincinnati, so that took up some time. So I called when I got on the ground. I'm like, look, it's going to be at least 9:30 before I get there. And I realized that's late, but there's only a few people on the plane, and they said, yeah, we'll drag it. The biggest thing with the out flights is that the flight coming back to Boston is not delayed. The flight going up, unless they're running for a boat ferry, there's not a whole lot of connections for people going from Boston to Rockland. Now, coming from Rockland to Boston, people are making connections to fly to other cities. So, that has, about an hour and 10 minutes, so no one was going to be delayed. So, I said, I have a car already set up. I would rather fly, but if you guys are going to wait, I will run as fast as I can to Terminal C, which is not a short run. It's about a mile. Not kidding. And I said, but if you're going to go, that's fine. Just tell me now, because I don't want to go running over there, and then you guys change your mind, and I end up having to drive anyway. That's just going to make me mad. He goes, hold on a second. So he talks to the pilot that was filling in for me, and he goes, no, he said he'll wait. I'm like, oh, perfect. So I went hauling butt across the airport. He calls me as I'm in line at screening and says, are you almost here? I'm like, I'm in line for screening. Round up the people. I'll be there in less than 5 minutes. So he rounds up the people. I go and get on the airplane. Make it about an hour. I knit on the way up to the airport. I actually finished my ribbing, I think, for the sock on there. I thought I was supposed to work Friday. They actually had me covered on Friday. So I got some stuff done around, not as much as I should have, but I got a bunch of stuff done around here. I loaded up the car, and I headed up to surprise my honey. Then I had an attack of paranoia that he may try to surprise me down here. So I ratted myself out. I said, look, I'm heading for Milo. I'm coming up a day early. Do not go to Owl's Head to surprise me, because that would really suck. So I got up to see... Oh, sorry about that. Excuse me. I got up and saw him on Friday. I went over to, I saw him on Thursday. We had dinner. I made lasagna, which we ate for the next few days, actually. And Friday I went up and saw Heather for a little bit, for a couple hours. I could not find, what could I not find? My turkey hat. Oh, I've got a couple landeds, but you're going to have to only see pictures until I get pictures from Mama. Couldn't find it. Could not remember taking it with me to Knitting in the Mitten. But I couldn't find it anywhere here in Milo. So I was really hoping that they were in one of the boxes from her. So I tore those open right away. Found that. Found something else that I wasn't sure where it was. Can't remember what that was. But anyway, everything that I was worried about or concerned about, I did find. So I went with her. Knit for just a couple minutes. And then I found out about the Hostess closing thing. So I was going to go try to find some Twinkies. And... can't find any Twinkies because apparently that part of Maine does not carry Twinkies. Not even kidding. They have tons of Little Debbie, but no Hostess stuff, hardly at all. Maybe like 2 boxes. 2 different things, not even Twinkies. It was weird. But then it just got so I had to get the turkey hat done, and I had to get the pig hat done, and then we got some bad news. I was working on the turkey hat, and Jeremy calls me and says, what are you doing right now? And I said, I'm just working on the turkey hat. Why? What's going on? And he goes, see what you can find out about a plane crash at Owl's Head. That's us. That's the airport that's right here. And I immediately am like, what time is it? Because Cape Air comes in here. Cape Air was already gone when the accident happened. It happened about 4:45 on Friday. I didn't personally know any of the 3 that died in the accident. I did know the driver of the truck that was involved. Not very well, but well enough to know that, it sucks. You question your own mortality when stuff like this happens. I mean, the accident happened not even a quarter mile from where I'm sitting right now. They took off the runway that is going away from me. Oops, I'm not crying. I already went through all that. It was 3 college kids. One had just graduated. He had a spot in the Air Force Reserve to be a pilot. He was taking up 2 of his fraternity brothers. One was an exchange student from Brazil. One was the president of the fraternity they were all members of up at UMaine. All very smart, all very bright, had great futures ahead of them. One was from Maine, one was from Brazil, and one was from Beverly, Mass. And the truck hit the airplane in the tail. We don't know how exactly it happened. I don't know. The truck hit the plane's tail. The plane got airborne, but with the tail damage, there's not much you can do to control the plane, because that's one of the main controllable parts is the tail. And the plane got about 150 feet in the air and then crashed into the woods. There were no survivors. All 3 of the young gentlemen passed away. And it just goes to show that no matter how well you do everything right, there are outside factors. And I talked to my mom about it, and my honey and I have talked about it at length, and there's a couple times this weekend I'd break down in tears, and you just don't want things to go unsaid. My dad called to find out how I was. Our chiropractor called today. Monica, Blaine is our chiropractor. Monica's his wife. She works the desk. And she called today because she's not much on the news, kind of like me. And she just heard about it this morning, and she called us right away to make sure we are right. And you just don't want things to go unsaid. That's really the extent of it. So I'd said some things to my honey, and they were good, mushy things, but you can do everything right. And the plane was not at fault in any way. The truck crossing the runway did not yield to the aircraft, and that man has to live with the fact that he killed 3 young men for the rest of his life. And that sucks too, and he's been around this airport for a long time, and a lot of the people I work with have been around here for a long time. So it was tough to take. There's a lot of rumors going around at first about what happened. First it was the plane hit the truck and flipped the truck over, and now it turns out that the plane didn't hit the truck at all. The truck ran into the tail of the plane. I don't know what's going to happen. I do know that it is Monday, and it's still making the lead story of every news channel. We were watching something on TV. Oh, we were watching DVR stuff, and my honey left to go back north, and it just happened to be on a CBS channel, and lead story at 5, 5:30, and 6 were all the plane crash. So, it sucks. Again, it's part of life. Not a part that any of us enjoy. But, I am just as safe as I can be every time, and hopefully that I'll be 70 years old, sitting around here, still yapping away. So, not that I may still be doing a podcast at 70, but you just never know. So it was a rough weekend listening to that and having those details come out, and knowing that someone's at home with a lot of guilt and grief on their hands, and 3 families that are suffering. So it really sucks, but kind of is what it is. Can't change it. Everybody was pretty shook up around here. Probably still are. I'll be at work tomorrow, so I'm sure I'll get some more details. Saturday, so that's how Friday night went. A lot of phone calls, a lot of text messages from friends, making sure we were okay. It's not the kind of plane that we own, but it doesn't mean we didn't go flying with someone else. So, lot of messages from a lot of our friends to double check on us. Saturday, I just putzed around. Sunday, what did we do Sunday? We slept in, which was awesome. I ran myself ragged on this trip. It was ridiculous. Blech. I did make some good connections at Atlas, which is a really good cargo company. So I gotta make a couple phone calls tomorrow. See if I can't get myself a new job. That will be a lifestyle change. Wow. You want some cool places to record? Be doing that stuff from all over the world if that would ever come through. Woo! Saturday, I just did stuff around the house. I'm pretty sure I know I went to the post office, the grocery store. I don't know. I think I watched a lot of Breaking Bad that day. I'm on season 3. It's still good. I enjoy it. Waking Dead and something else are up after that. But Sunday we slept in. We got up and went and dropped some trees out with a hammer and a 4-wheeler. Some big trees. Oh my god. Probably a good probably 50, 60 feet tall. They were rotted out and we were afraid they were going to fall into the road. So we went and yanked those down. We went and got some Chinese at Moon Hing. We came back and watched the Patriots crush. I don't even know who they played. The Indianapolis Colts. They crushed them like 59-24. We watched The Amazing Race and fell asleep watching Breaking Bad. And today we got up, slept in again a little bit. Then we headed down here. And today we did a little flying in our plane in Rockland, in Owl's Head. And here is a couple pictures and some video. This is Jeremy's first solo in Windy. Here he goes. Or here he comes. You see him yet? Of my honey's first solo. So, first solo time for him. He soloed about 10 years ago, long before I knew him, but this was his first solo recently, and he did a really good job. You'll hear a little squeaking. That's just our brakes are really touchy, so as soon as you, well, it squeaks when you land because they're new tires, and then they squeak like crazy when you brake. It's just a squeaky airplane. I squeak the crap out of it when I land. But he did a really good job. His radio calls were fantastic. We did a bunch of turns in the pattern before he went up by himself. We tried to do this a few weeks ago and it didn't work. So today was the big day. I did not cut off his shirt tails. He was wearing a nice shirt and we were doing laundry. Otherwise I would have made him put on a crappy t-shirt and I would have cut it off. But he already did that once. We do a video, which is even better, and pictures to commemorate the event. So congratulations, my honey. You did a fantastic job. You make me proud, and you make me look really good as your instructor, because he is absolutely brilliant. So, the stuff I pick at him for are very minor things, because he's very comfortable. He's a very quick learner, and he's very intellectual, so he can think through things really quickly. And now we're here. I did some laundry. I cooked up some tater tot hot dish as we call it here, to make it sound fancy, for my week of work, and I'm recording with you now on Monday night. And how about some en route? So, here is my sweater. It is never going to be done in November. That was my crazy. It's never going to happen. I would like to get it done by the end of the year. Oh, crap. Hold on. Stand by. We have needles or stitches off the needle. Hold on. Hold the phone. Oh, Lord. Okay. I'm going to have to fix that later. So here, it's probably only another inch past where you guys saw it last time. It's still coming along swimmingly. I still love it. I just have not worked on it very much. The turkey hat took precedence. I did a lot of spinning, which you'll see in a few minutes. So there's that. Here's the second half of my hose. Oh, I should do my landeds first. I should do landed first. That would make more sense. Oh, I just found out that we are not having Thanksgiving dinner with a friend, but that's okay, because he got invited to the girl he has a huge crushes on house. I'll take it. Sorry, I just got a text. We're going to do, our friend Evan was going to spearhead the Thanksgiving meal here at our house. We're going to let him cook here. Jeremy was going to come down after work on a haul of a drive, and I was going to obviously come after work. And, did I drop a stitch all the way down? Oh my god. In the black, nonetheless. I did. Oh my god! No wonder my stitch count was off. I just fudged it and added another stitch, but that totally explains why. Oh, holy crap. I can't believe I even saw that in the black. Oh, guys. Son of a gun. Ah! I did it. But it turns out that he got invited to a girl he's been crushing on for a long time. So, we are going to do Thanksgiving on Sunday. Welcome to the life of an airline pilot and my honey. We just do it when we can. It's perfectly fine. So here's my... I've got two foes and a hoe. So here are my two foes. I've got the turkey hat and the pig hat. Pictures here. And I have a hoe, a sock. It's beautiful. It is out of this yarn. It is the Gravity Well colorway by String Theory Colorworks. That's how it looks in the ball. This is how it knits up. It is 10 rows of black, 10 rows of the variegated. I did the Fliegel heel again, which this pair actually fits very well. It's a 3x1 rib. So there you go. That's my work in progress. I can't believe I dropped all those stitches. What the heck? Or that stitch and those. Ugh. And guess what this is in? My Girl Cave bag. I should have bought more. I don't know what the heck was wrong with me. Girl Cave bag. Of course, this is mine. No one's gonna touch it. It's fine. I should have bought another one. I don't know what I was thinking. I'll get one. Not worried. And then the other thing I've got going on, I just started this. This you guys have not seen yet, but this is screaming along. This is in my Winding Wool Creek Fluffy Dog Owner. Made these. I showed you this last week. This is the one I've decided to keep. It's the Busy Christmas one. They're all singing. Oh, I'm so excited. This is the Tricky Dicky by Elizabeth Zimmerman. I am making one for my brother, and my father. So this is one of 3. It's going very well. It's just 2x2 rib forever. Then it's 2x2 rib for a little bit more forever. And then it's 3x3 and 2x2 rib for a little bit longer. And you're done. Ta-da! Okay. So that was my foes, my hoes, and my in roots. Takeoff is more Christmas stuff. And I want to do a sweater. Somebody gifted, I can't remember who it was, and I don't want to look because I'll never find it, and I'll look like a dipper. Gifted me a pattern. Shell. Is it knit something shell? Is it Michelle? Shelly? I thanked her on Plurk. It really made my day, but I think that's what I'm going to make my, the Willow, the Zalana Willow with this wool cashmere blend. I think I'm going to make that cardigan. It's very pretty. Someone said the construction is really weird and you really have to watch the pattern, but it's fine. I'll make it work. Let's see if I can find it because I feel bad that I can't remember who gave me that. I feel like a dippus. Hold on, you're going to have to bear with me. Nitty Witty Shell. There you go. It is from Baby Cocktails. Let's see if I can. Dark and Stormy is what it was. I make her laugh, so she sent me a pattern. Well, that's one of the reasons anyway. I did have my Amazon person collect her prize. Oh, come on already. I'm trying to get back to the other thing. Where? Hurricane Sandy stuff. So that will be on the takeoff. I don't know when. After that, it might be the beginning of the year, but that will be in the long-term takeoff. I'm going to do some snowman hats, I think, for my cousin's 2 babies. I do need to get the other orange blanket on the needles for January, or February, or sometime. Spinning. I finished my 4 ounces of Holly Berry. It's 100% merino wool. Who's that from? That's not right. This is not from... Hold on a second. I might have them mixed up. This is Winding Wool Creek. Why can't I remember the name of her business? I'll probably put it on the bottom. Look down here. For her business name. Because apparently I'm a horrible person. Let's see if I put it in here. Of course I didn't. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Wait. Hold on. Let me see if I have it written down in here. Oh, I do! Hold on! This is from Twisted Willows Farm. Debbie. Fluffy dog owner. Twisted Willows Farm. That's where this bag is from. Sorry. See, I'm resourceful. Quick on my feet. So that I'm going to put into a center pull ball, and I'm going to 2-ply on itself. So that spun really beautifully. I'm going to try to do this gradient next. I'm a little intimidated because I want to do a gradient. And my God, is it terrifying to think about doing a gradient with this. I think I'm going to start with the white because I'm afraid if I end with the white, I'll never get it done. So that's what I'm going to do. What are my titles? En route, landed, takeoff, holding, ground stop. I've been pretty productive, not really any hang-ups. Apparently I've got some stitches to pick up when I'm done. So that might be a little challenging. And as far as reservations, I'm going to say one of them is going to be my favorite thing, as Megan would say, or you could also call it my special TFR. As far as reservations go, start hitting your shopping on Amazon, my friends. I have not figured out numbers yet. I'm going to, as far as right now, I'm going to give out 2 prizes for any shopping you do in the month of December. If we hit a certain number of items purchased, I'm going to add another one. So, the more items we purchase, the more prizes I'm going to give out in the month of December, which means I will draw them in January. You still have about a week and a half or so. Yeah, about a week and a half to shop for November. If we get a significant amount of November, which we probably won't, because I don't think people, well, you never know. If we do hit that number, I will add one for the month of November. I know there's a lot of Black Friday deals on Amazon. So, if you're going to order through Amazon, go to www.knittonthefly.com. Click on any of the banners. If you have ad blockers, you're going to have to disable those just for my website. You can do that, I think, either pops up a little thing comes down, you can disable just for that website, or it pops up on the bottom, and you can disable them. But right at the top, right underneath my head banner, it says Knit on the Fly, there's an Amazon banner, and there's a couple on each side. You can click on any of those, go do your shopping, enters you for a chance to win gift cards to Amazon. So, thank you for shopping, I appreciate it. Then, oops, not what I wanted to pull up. I got a message from, oops, sorry, Muffin Megan Me and Jocelyn. She's Muffin Megan Me on Ravelry. She has a podcast. And I'm going to summarize this. She's trying to get us to help support the people that were affected by Hurricane Sandy. She talks about how they were hit with overwhelming floods in Australia, and they're seeing the same thing with Hurricane Sandy. If you search for Hurricane and Sandy, it brings up, I think it's up to 4 or 5 patterns now. At the time she sent me this, there were 3. One's from Lorna's Laces. It's $5. It's a bundle, and all proceeds go to the Feeding America, which will benefit the people in the New Jersey, New York area. On the Muffin Megan Me Knits podcast, she's going to do a cal. It was designed inspired during Hurricane Sandy. It looks like a quilt square. And there's a Hurricane Sandy. It says that they're working on it, so there may be a pattern up now. I didn't even look, bad podcaster. But they're encouraging people to do an Afghan square and send them down. I don't, there's more details. I should have read a little. I've read it twice, and I don't write down any of the pertinent notes. I know that Knitting Brooklyn is collecting, either she's collecting or she's doing a Cal on her audio cast. I think it's... Hear the airplane? She's doing a podcast. She's doing a drive over on her podcast group for Afghan squares. And there is a place where everyone can send them. And they'll be put into blankets and given to those affected with the effects of Hurricane Sandy. So you can buy the patterns, which the money goes to them. You can donate to the Red Cross. You can knit things for the people in the area. They're going to need hats and gloves and scarves and sweaters and, well, not sweaters probably, but Afghan squares to make blankets and anything that'll make them feel at home. So check out the Muffin Meg and Me podcast. That must be Wiggins leaving for the evening, taking our UPS packages down to Manchester, New Hampshire. Tried to get that job. Didn't work out. They filled it internally. Bummer. Anyway, Knitting Brooklyn, Muffin Meg and Me, and I'm sure there's many more. So please go and support those groups. Let me see if there's anything else. I'm sure I'll forget something. Crafting Crone did send me a message that glass tables are evil. Thank you very much. She is not the only one I am not the only one that has broken glass tables. She apparently did it at a boss's house many years ago. So I am not alone. 19 Vesper Street. She sent me a message about the accident on Friday. I was plucking about it an awful lot. It was very, very upsetting. It's hard not to focus on it when it's right in your face. Yeah, I hit so close to home. It's my home airport. And Harper, I got your message, and TV McCarthy, I got yours too. So anyway, that's all I've got except for my special TFR. I won a prize from another crafty girl who's punky, who's awesome, and I got to pick any base, any colorway. And I told you guys how I struggled over this. It came like 2 days after I left for Knitting in the Mitten, so I had to sit at home, sit there, wait for me. So my honey says, "You got a package in the mail. It feels like yarn. Why are you getting yarn when you're at a knitting retreat?" I said, "Who's it from?" And he said, "Another crafty girl." I said, "That's Snuffleupagus!" And he starts laughing. I'm like, "You should open it." And he goes, "No, it's okay." If it would have been me, I would have ripped it open. But he didn't. But here it is. Look at Snuffy. Isn't it pretty? It's so pretty. And she did a beautiful job packaging it. It was in a nice little bag. Had a little thank you in this beautiful color blue. With a little thank you tag on it. And it's Snuffleupagus, created on Halloween. She dyed it. It has a born on date. But yes, browns and dark brown, almost a black. Really dark brown. Then more of a chestnut brown. A bright pink, kind of fades to a lighter pink and some white pops. It's beautiful. It's beauty miss. I love it. Yay! I was going to try to catch a Lollipop yarn update yesterday, but she did not have fa la 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 like I wanted. I saw it in person in the Mitten. I want it so bad. And sometime I want to get a fiber optic gradient colorway, but we'll see how this one goes first. She doesn't do bats though. She does the braided roping, this stuff. See the ROM? See it, Amy? Amy. Oh, Amy. Isn't it pretty? I shouldn't torch you. That's not very nice. That's all I got for you guys. I hope you have a great week. There will be more pictures and videos at the end from our week flying. We're hopefully going to get back to more flying. She does have to go in for an oil change and a checkup after we've done our first 25 or 28 hours or so breaking in the engine. But that may not be for a couple weeks yet. And then we should be back flying on a regular basis. So look for more videos at the end. Have a great week, and I'll talk to you later. See ya.
Come gather all around me. There is something you should know. There is no place quite like this place if we get it on the go. So pile your boots up in the corner, hang your jacket from the door. But in the kitchen, and there's always room for more. Oh, come on now, let's lock the world outside. Come on, I tell you now, she's going up tonight.
Jeremy's first solo in Windy. Here he goes. Or here he comes. Can you see him yet? So, I just wanted to call. Here she comes. I just wanted to call and share Jeremy's first solo with you.